Mental cinema, Kopfkino. After I choose a story, I read the text again. This time, I read each sentence with purpose. I have 3 purposes. Number 1 is to create a vivid movie for myself, for me. Number 2 is to think about what support my students will need when I tell the story. Number 3 is to decide what to include and what to delete from the story. This is what I did when I was preparing for the story Catwoman. The first paragraph in the text Catwoman reads, "There was once a man who had a beautiful cat. She was so loving that one day he wished out loud, 'Dear cat, if you were only a woman, I would marry you.'" I started imagining the man and the cat. A movie was created in my mind automatically. In my movie, this man lived alone in his house. I thought the man must have been lonely. That's probably why he had a cat. I asked myself, what made the man think that he wanted to marry the cat? What did he like about the cat? I decided to say that he wanted to marry the cat because the cat was beautiful. I could introduce other words, such as gorgeous, elegant, nice, pretty, etc. Although the sentence said that the cat was loving, that's why he wanted to marry the cat. This story is a short story, and I meant to tell this story for beginning level students. So I decided not to talk about what loving is. When the listeners are at a higher level, and when they can be patient with extra comments, it's good to add extra explanations. They will enjoy learning that loving means affectionate and what affectionate is like in the case of a cat. It is a good chance to provide some new words. When I decide that listeners are not patient enough, then I sometimes delete or change parts of the story. I create a movie in my head while I read the story. When I tell a story, I add extra information from the mental cinema I see in my head. I rely on this movie when I tell a story. I use familiar language for my students so that the students can join me in my imagination. I think this added information on the character and the situation gives the students more meaning and makes it easier for them to understand the story.